Now from east, let's now shift our attention to what is happening on the American continent. Now, Canada is experiencing some unprecedented wildfires this season, and this has left the scientists baffled to even find the right words to describe the magnitude of the forest fires. The scale, the duration and the long-term consequences of these wildfires have been quite exceptional, and records this year have been shattered, with 44 million acres of land having been burnt and at least about 200,000 people having been evacuated. Now, the impact of these fires in Quebec, a region less accustomed to very large fires, has been particularly devastating. Now, the aftermath of the blaze that started in the month of June is evident. The forests are charred and the chances of regeneration are extremely slim.
How much longer will the Canadian forest be able to withstand the succession of a very severe fire seasons? It's true that figures even in Quebec are fairly pessimistic. It's estimated that if we continue on the current trend, by 2100, we may have lost a third of our boreal forest, which won't even grow back because the fires will be so severe and regular, there won't be any forest left.
Forestry happens to be the main industry in this remote area, supporting entire towns and also providing for nearly about 60,000 direct and indirect jobs. However, the wildfires and the industry itself has significantly reshaped the landscape. And the impact is not only being felt in terms of the loss of natural beauty, but also on the livelihoods of people who depend on the forestry sector. Meanwhile, Canadian indigenous communities suffered greatly from wildfires this year, often isolated and surrounded by vast forests that are reachable only by air or by a long winding road. These communities are now facing a major dilemma about their ability to maintain traditional ways of life.
It's a total loss. It's beyond measure. It's not something you can evaluate financially. It's really linked to the territory, to the families. Sacred sites, burials, gathering ties, important meeting places in the territory, family hunting grounds. All these elements, traditional medicine, traditionally used plants, these are things that disappeared with the fire. It's our people's pharmacy.
Almost all Canadians were in fact affected by this year's fire season for the very first time in its history, either directly or because they had to deal with the smoke, which travelled thousands of kilometres, repeatedly polluting the air across North America and even parts of Europe. According to data from Europe's Copernicus Observatory, Canada's emissions reached unprecedented levels at 473 megatons this year. But these figures are at least 3 times higher than the previous record. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.